Well, my thoughts on the Premier League's opening weekend this week is absolutely fascinating. Um, I think that this is going to be a fantastic opening weekend of Premier League fixtures. Some real quality signings, in my opinion. So this is what I'm going to go with for the Premier League predictions this weekend. So we're going to start off with the first game. It's the very, very first game of the season. If it's the early kick-off, if it kicks off before every other game of the season, that means that it is the first game of the new season. And that game is Fulham against Arsenal. Newly promoted Fulham have come back to the Premier League at the first time of asking, thanks to 2 goals from their left-back Joe Bryan and an unlikely hero. So my prediction for this one, I'm going to say, I think Arsenal outclass them in this one. I think it will be 3-1 to Arsenal at Craven Cottage.
Well, I'm very, very proud to be here, as the Crystal Palace manager. We're up against a very difficult opponent like Southampton. They're a very tricky team, and they've won 2-0 in their last Selhurst Park visits. They've won in their last 3. We usually do struggle against them. We haven't won against Southampton in the Premier League since 2016 at Selhurst Park. So it's going to be a very, very difficult game between these two sides. But I'm very, very pleased that we've got a Brett Chietse from Queen's Park Rangers and Michy Batshuayi from Chelsea on loan. He's come back to Palace, which is a fantastic deal. And I'm very, very looking forward to this game. Against a very tricky opponent like Southampton. I think Danny Ings is going to be a very, very pivotal threat to our back 4. And we've got to go to Old Trafford and play Manchester United. So I think it's going to be very, very difficult to go to, for this season. But yeah, we want to play, some good football this year. Hopefully, we could kick that ball backwards and lump it in the air. And hopefully Christian Benteke can get on the back end of it and score us the goals that will keep Crystal Palace, and we could celebrate another 14th place finish, which would be absolutely miraculous for the club.
Well, Newcastle United going over to West Ham is never easy. We went there last year and we should have won about 10-0. When we won 3-2, we were 3-0 up and we ended up only winning the game 3-2. I'm loving the new signings of Callum Wilson and Ryan Fraser. They were so deadly at Bournemouth. Hopefully they can bring that to Newcastle United. And, we can score plenty of goals. That will help us achieve good things. I felt we did very well last year. Hopefully Callum can stay fit for the team and help us remain in the Premier League. So, it's going to be a tough old game at the London Stadium against the Hammers. They'll probably be relegation contenders because of their lack of spending at the moment. But, it's going to be an incredibly tough game, I have to say. It's going to be very, very exciting.
Well, you see, that Liverpool, we're playing against Leeds United. It's a big game at Anfield. It's going to be tough. It's going to be, they've got another rivalry instead of Man United or Man City. Leeds are back in the Premier League. And, we're going to defend our title. I think it's going to be a really tough season. I think Leeds will be a very tricky opponent to play against in this one. But, they've got a ferociousness about them. I think Marcelo Bielsa has done a great job getting Leeds back into the Premier League after 16 years. Ourselves, we waited 30 years to lift the Premier League trophy. So, yeah, of course, it's going to be a fantastic game at Anfield, very, very open between the two sides, I think Van Dijk and Gomez, they need to get on the right-hand side. They need to create a bit more width up the pitch, and, they need to, use that wonderful creativity and build some consistent form, to win the Premier League. And then we can go level on the titles with Man United in terms of English league titles, both in 20. And then we'll probably overtake them next year. That's the plan. That's what we want to do.
Yeah, I think we had a very, very bad season. I like the signing of Matt Doherty. I hope defensively we can improve. No more Jan Vertonghen. I think Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is a fantastic signing. But we are up against a very, very dangerous Everton team. We play James Rodriguez, Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin. It's going to be such a difficult game. I think Everton are going to be a big threat this season. It's going to be almost impossible sometimes to break their defense. They play good football. I think it is going to be very exciting. But for me, I think I deserve more respect. I do. I really, really do. I think the players are got to work to get to the Champions League. We need to win trophies. That is my ego. That is my nature. That is how I approach things all the time. I want to win the Premier League. But it seems quite impossible at this point because, Liverpool, City, Chelsea, everybody thinks that one of those three guys are going to win. What about Tottenham? What about us? Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, Lucas Moura. I don't get this.
Well, I'm very, very angry that the FA have decided not to let Burnley beat Manchester United this week. How dare they? How dare they? I cannot believe it. That Burnley cannot play Manchester United this weekend because City and United played in Europe. How dare they deny Burnley a match? How dare they not come to our smoking shelter and have a game against us? That is just ridiculous. It's selfish. It's pathetic. Somebody sack them. Somebody sack the FA. Relegate Man United. Deduct 10 points. That is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.